Hello everyone, welcome back to my kitchen as usual. I thought the lighting is better in here, so I might just stick to the kitchen. Today is Theme Thursday and Lottie and I didn't think that we'd be able to participate, but I remembered I had this little romper which is a Bowden romper. Oh, before I go any further, my name is Suzanne and this is Baby Bunting Nursery that you're watching. So yes, I forgot about this romper and then somehow, luckily, it came to me and I got it from her pile of rompers, and it's a little Bowden one, and I bought it when Bowden first started to sell here in Australia, which was just a matter of months ago, not very long ago, and I think they must have had a special deal because since then it's just been too expensive for me to buy. But I bought a couple of things at that time. I think I've shown you the little sheep all-in-one that I bought that was very sweet. And I think I got something else. What was it? Can't remember now, but anyway, it'll turn up. I'll show you one day when I find it. And so this is one of the original Bowden purchases I made. Since then, my friend Suzanne in England has sent me some pieces, because when they have a sale, it's a proper sale over there, whereas for us they just say it's on sale and it's reduced by whatever, but it's still like so expensive. Anyway, so it is Bowden, and the top of this romper is a blue and cream stripe with a contrasting blue collar. That it's the same as the bottom part of the romper, and that is a beautiful. The collar and the bottom part of the romper are a lovely soft, I don't know what sort of blue you'd call that. Anyway, it's a very nice blue, and the pattern on the romper is lovebirds. So in white there are lovebirds, and they're sitting on branches with white and tiny pink flowers. So the birds are facing each other and their beaks are touching. Pretty cute, aren't they? Do you want me to zoom in? I know I made Susie laugh with my zooming prowess, so maybe I'll attempt it again. Let me just zoom in. Hopefully I can get back to the same spot. Let's stop there and see what happens. There, you can see it a bit there, can't you? So that's good. I managed that. Now Susie, you can't be laughing at me at the moment because so far so good. Now let's zoom out, and I'll talk some more about what Lottie's doing and wearing and holding and stuff like that. So Lottie's on her muslin, which is covered in little birds, light pink and dark pink birds. Hope you can see them. I think you probably can. They're really, really sweet, and they're just the outline of birds, really. Representation of birds, I think you'd say. So with this outfit, I decided to put on Lottie's beautiful pink canvas boots, and I thought I'd pick the pink out of her romper with the tiny pink flowers, and it's about the same pink. And these gorgeous little boots are made by Ralph Lauren, and I wouldn't buy that brand normally, but I've mentioned our shop called David Jones here, a big department store, and I usually go there and see what sales they have, and these shoes were on super sale because I guess no one with a real baby wanted to pay that much money for them. So I got them at a super good price, and I couldn't leave them there. They're the tiny size, although of course they are big for her. But with boots you can't really tell, can you? It still looks in proportion. And of course, being a girl, Lottie wanted her hair accessory to match her shoes, because everything needs to match, doesn't it? So she's got a beautiful pink, the same pink as her boots, pink flower in her hair, and it's a headband with a pink band, and the flower has got 2 dark pink pearls, of course real, naturally, and I think 2 big diamonds, giant diamonds. And they're real, naturally they're real. What else would Lottie have except real pearls and real diamonds? So that's what she's got in her hair, and she's holding, I don't know if you can see what she's holding, it's a vintage rattle. It's probably only 1950s because it's plastic, it's normal plastic, and it's got a white handle and a white horseshoe-shaped section, and inside that horseshoe-shaped section is a pink duck, because everyone knows ducks are pink, and it's got a yellow beak, and it actually is like a rattle. It does rattle when she moves around, and she's just looking at that rattle because she's fascinated by it. She's never been allowed to hold it before because it's vintage, and I think if she bites on it, the plastic will just crack. I'm not sure how they let real babies have such things. I suppose they kept a close eye on them. So yeah, she loves that rattle, and I thought it would be good for today for Theme Thursday, being a bird, a pink duck. And I did find a few other things that there are probably more things in my toy and doll room that I could have pulled out for you, but I've just chosen a few things to show you. And the first one, let me just reach him, is this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stork. Isn't he lovely? He's felt, and he's made by Steiff, and he's got hard metal legs, so he stands up, and he's just like a proper stork, and he's made of beautiful felt. He's got a long stork's beak. He's got the Steiff tag on his neck, and he's got a blank button on his wing. And when I bought this in the Steiff shop in Gaggen in Germany, and I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Probably butchered it, but anyway. And they told me in the shop that it's got a blank button because it's a second. So it's not the best quality, but I mean, to me it is. I can't tell what they weren't happy with this stork. So I bought it and I love it. So that's my first thing I want to show you. It's a bird. It's my stork, and he brings babies. Of course, we all know that. That's what storks do, don't they? They carry a bundle in their beaks, which is a baby wrapped in a sheet, I think, or a blanket. And they bring that baby to the mummy and the daddy. And that's probably how lots of us got our reborns, isn't it? From the reborn stork. So this might be the reborn stork. Love him. Beautiful, isn't he? Hope you like him. And so he stands beautifully on these, sorry about the tag, I didn't want to take it off. He stands beautifully on these hard metal orange legs, and his beak is orange felt as well, and he's got little black eyes and a black line that goes through his eyes right down the beak on either side. And his felt is a creamy colour, and on the ends of his wings he's got black felt to be like the tips of his wings. So that's him. And then the other thing I've got is a pretty amazing thing. This is a very old, probably I'd say 1930s little baby set that I bought many years ago. And this is a little bell. Can you see that? There's a stork on the bell. And it's very, very light. It's actually made of, what do you call it, cellulite. And the ring is some sort of more solid plastic, and there's actually a little bell in there that tinkles. But I tell you, you would never give this to a baby. This stuff is so thin, if I just pressed it hard it would crack. But by the looks of it, because it's in such good condition, it was never given to a baby, which is just as well, isn't it? So that's that little cellulite rattle. And do you know, the reason cellulite went out of fashion is because it's very flammable. It goes up in flames very easily, and they used to make lots of dolls out of it, but then it was just too dangerous and it just wasn't used anymore. Plus, you just press it a bit hard, and you've probably all seen those dolls that have pushed in noses or pushed in chins or pushed in heels on their feet. They're the ones that are usually made of cellulite, because they're not cellulite. Oh my goodness. Huh? Did you hear that? Cellulite? No, definitely not cellulite. And they're the ones that are usually pushed in because that plastic is so super thin. It was one of the very first plastics produced, and so it wasn't that brilliant. I mean, at the time they thought it was brilliant because it was plastic, but it's not a good thing. Now let me show you what else came in this set, which is a very cute little set. This little brush, which has a wooden handle and has the same stork painted on it. Let me just see if the camera will agree to going to focus, but it's not really, I'm sorry. But there's the stork, and it looks like someone's drawn in the red legs and the red beak. afterwards, as though that maybe that part wore off. It looks hand painted, the whole thing really. And the bristles are a natural bristle and they're pretty squashed. I don't keep it sitting on the bristles just so that, to give them a chance to bounce back, but I think they've been probably squashed in a box or something for a long time. So that is another part of the set, and there's no celluloid on that, that's just wood. And so there's also this little comb, which is a sort of a plastic and broken, and no picture of a stork on that, that's just plain. And all these things are in a very, it probably used to be a cream colour and now it's more like a tan colour, so it's probably darkened with age. And this is a little soap container, and you can see that the stalk on this is pretty worn out. There's not much left of this stalk, so probably this got used, and this is still the celluloid. You can hear, maybe you can hear how light that is. It's just, there's no weight to this at all, no strength or anything in it. But so that's the little soap container with the lid that comes off. I can show you. I'll just go to the side, see if I can get the lid off. Let me try. Yeah, there we go. So that's the inside of it. It's a little oval shape which is rounded on the ends. And here's the top, the inside of the top. And there's the outside of the top with the stalk. There we go. So that's part of the set. So far we've seen the rattle, we've seen the brush and comb set, and now we've seen the soap dish. And the last part of this set is, I'm not sure what used to be kept in this little dish, little container, but it's got the stalk on the lid, which is pretty worn out, so I'd say this was used a fair bit. And this, maybe it used to have, what did they used to have in the olden days? Did they used to have cotton balls? Maybe cotton balls, something, or maybe you kept your nappy pins in here, I'm not sure. This is the base of it, which is that tanny colour. It's changed colour over the years, I'm sure. And it's very light, very thin plastic. I don't know if you can see how thin that is. You can see the shadow of my fingers through it. That's how thin it is. So that's that. That's the complete set. Isn't that sweet? Very sweet little vintage set. And the last thing I want to show you is this very little duck. Now let me see, how can I show you best? Because my fingers are so big you can't see the little duck. And my camera's not, oh there we go, come back camera, there we are. See that little, oh come on camera. Come on, it's alright, just focus and stay focused. So it's not, now it's all blurred. Let's see if it will just, if I move it a bit, see what it will do. Talk about frustrating in the year 2018, we can't even focus on this duck. But if I put it up where Lottie's face is, maybe it will focus. There we go, look at that, that's just about got it. Isn't that so cute? You can see how tiny it is. So it's pewter, and I bought it when I was in Germany in 2011, and we went to, it was like a craft centre. So it was all indoors, and they had, instead of just normal shops, they just had little craft artisans working and producing beautiful things, and that was at one of the stalls, and I just couldn't help myself. I bought that. So I thought I'd show you that beautiful little duck. I did buy a beautiful miniature German style vintage pram when I was there from another seller, and next time I come on I'll try and remember to show you, because it's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous thing. But today is birds, so not a day for little prams. And I think that might be all I have to say today. I've probably talked forever, so I'll probably finish now, and I hope that you enjoyed my Theme Thursday with Lottie. She was very helpful, wasn't she, holding her rattle? She's still staring at it. She loves it. It's a cute rattle, Lottie, darling, but I'm sorry, when the video's over, Mummy's going to have to take it away. It's not very safe for you, my sweetheart. Mummy will give you back your bunny, okay? We'll do a swap. Maybe when you're not looking I can do it quickly, and because she's a baby, she might forget, mightn't she? Although they do get to that stage, don't they, that they just don't forget anything. Doesn't matter what you try and do, you can't trick them anymore. But luckily Lottie's not quite that old. She's only a little tiny girl so far. She's only about 3 months old. So thank you everyone for coming back to my kitchen. I hope you've enjoyed my video, and I'll see you all very soon. Who knows what, well, hopefully with that pram. And I do plan to read one of my stories about my naughty little sister, because I saw a lovely video this morning that you all probably saw earlier than I did, because I'm probably asleep when you're awake. And it was by Angels to Treasure, and she read the story called Dogger, which is a story I know well, and it was written by Shirley Hughes and illustrated by Shirley Hughes. It's a fabulous, fabulous story, and the illustrations are just beautiful. Now, Shirley Hughes is the one who did all the illustrations in the My Naughty Little Sister series of books. They were written by Dorothy Edwards and illustrated by Shirley Hughes. I nearly forgot the name. Isn't that weird how your brain does that? You can know it 1 second and then it just disappears. But luckily it came back. So I plan to read one of those stories. I have read a couple to you before. I read you the naughtiest story of all, about Father Christmas, and I love that story. I won't read that one again. I'll pick a different one. I think I might try and read you the one about Rosie Primrose, but I may have already read that to you. I'll see what else there is. I can't remember if I've read the story of Rosie Primrose to you. But it's a story about a doll, and it's gorgeous, so maybe I will do that, and hopefully you won't remember it like I can't remember if I've read it to you. So that might be the next video. And did I tell you it's Thursday afternoon? I don't know if I did. Oh, good heavens. Oh, well, you know it's Thursday because it's theme Thursday, yes. Ha ha, got a brain after all. It's 4 o'clock now. It's a lovely day. It's cool again, sun shining. It's just glorious. We're so lucky because normally February is like the hottest, stickiest, irkiest month. So to have a few cool days is just wonderful. Okay, on that note, I really will leave you, and I'll just say take care and be kind to each other, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye everyone.